beauty kings and queens, welcome to my channel. My name is Natalie. I don't have a video today because I have the fever, so I don't want to show myself, but the most important thing is obviously Bitcoin. And right now what I'm going to show you during this episode, we are about to break below the previous resistance. This is technically where we could potentially see the market giving us a higher low for a continuation based on the 2 daily previous higher low and higher high, but we're breaking this level and we see that we have some more momentum to the downside. Just might see the market consolidate in between 23,300, potentially 23,500, and potentially maybe we see the market reverse back up again, because remember, this is the 2 daily Fibonacci level. But if we see that the market have more momentum to the downside, we just might find another lower high, and I'll show you exactly where that could potentially be or how we can use the Fibonacci, because that can take us back down to the last higher low that we do have on the 2 daily chart, because as long as we're not breaking the previous higher low, we're still in an uptrend. If we break below 22,400, that is a break of structure. That is the beginning of the impulsive move, the downtrend, and the overall target based on the same Fibonacci that we did retest. We can come back down to 16,500. Don't forget that I'm no financial advisor. You need to look up everything yourself first, but please continue looking at this video and I'll show you exactly what I see right now on Bitcoin. Don't forget, guys, that you can also receive the best bonus available right now on BYBIT up to $4,450 by using the link in the description down below the video. You'll also have it right here pinned in the right corner. This is how you're supporting me, so I am always available for you guys. And the good thing with BYBIT is obviously when we hold up positions for a longer time, we have the low fees, and that is the best thing with BYBIT. But the good thing is that BYBIT also give out other challenges for you, so you can receive other bonuses outside the one that we have on Bitcoinsensus. So claim the best bonus available right now on BYBIT. It's so strange to not have a video on, but I have fever and I don't even want to show my face right now. I want to be private when I have the fever, but we're gonna look at Bitcoin at the 2 daily chart. So market came back up. We've been talking about this for a long time. We came back up, retested 50% Fibonacci at 24,565. Now around these levels on the 2 daily chart. Now Fibonacci is based on the weekly, but we've done this a lot of times now. We're still using market structure to see what could potentially happen. So we see market high, 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 low, high, 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 low, high, high, potential higher low now, because we have to break the previous higher low at 22,600 for us actually to be in a downtrend, because with that we have the break of structure. Okay, and usually when we have break of structure, we come back up and retest the previous higher low as a new lower high. If you haven't already subscribed to my channel, I highly recommend you to do that, and then you go down into my YouTube page and you can use the uptrend and downtrend combination, because in this video I show you exactly how the previous higher low almost always becomes the new lower high, because always looking at the left, the market is always using previous prices to retest them, and that is why always looking at the left is so important. And we actually have so good market structure right here now, so we can definitely use it. But another thing we also can do is that we can use this previous resistance that we did break, and that's the one that we are retesting right now at $23,400. If we go down, okay, so we can do this. So we drag another Fibonacci, of course, from 22,607 back up to the high at 24,390. And on the lower time frames, we are retesting this now. We came back down exactly and retested 23,290. On the lower time frames, we can see, we can go to the 15-minute chart and see how the market almost came back down here. We have some retest. The market is now going up a little bit. So we have very volatile candlestick against this level, and I've been talking about 23,400 at 23,400. You can see on this video, you can go into that one and I'll explain exactly why I did believe that market was supposed to come back down to 23,400, and we are right now retesting this level. Very important level. But based on that, we have a very volatile candlestick. We can definitely see Bitcoin continue back down a little bit more now based on the volatility that we do have back to the downside. If we see that the market pulls back up, we can also use the 1 hourly chart, because this is where we see price action. So we drag another Fibonacci from 23,812 to the low at 23,413, which gives us now Fibonacci levels around 23,614 and 23,660. We could potentially see the market reverse back up a little bit only for a retest, and then we just might pull back down again and retest 23,300. We just might see the market consolidate between these levels, because the same thing that I speak about when we are consolidating on the higher time frames, Fibonacci levels, as you can see, we almost came back up to the 61% at 25,500 before. We were inside between the 50 and 61% consolidation a little bit, so we can definitely see the market do the same thing here too. So if we see that the market reverses back up to these levels and we see that we have rejections, we can see the market reverse back down a little bit more. But remember now, based on that we have such volatility to the downside, break this Fibonacci level, because remember, we're still in a uptrend. Even if we see the market pull back down to the levels that I spoke about in the beginning of the video, this last higher low level where we can see the market retest, for then see the market continue back up again. So this is high probability, it can definitely happen, but we can obviously also see if the market does break below this level, this previous higher low at 22,560, we could potentially, if we break it and a retest from below, that is definitely that's the sign that we are now breaking structure. We are continuing back down. High probability that we will see the market still create lower lows and lower highs now, because we at that point will be in a downtrend, because the overall move, we are in a downtrend. Everything that we're looking at here is only a pullback to the upside. This is the impulsive move, and the target, been talking about this one before, this could be the rally back down to 16,500, because that's the first target that we have based on the Fibonacci, that we came back up and retested at the 50%, almost came back up to the 61.8% too. If we only have a small pullback, we can also use this previous little low high on the 30 minutes chart at 23,660, based if this candlestick now in 20 minutes will close, because we if the market continues back down, I can't give you a level, because it has to be a green candlestick, a bullish candlestick, because that is the sign that we could potentially have a little bit push more to the upside to retest other Fibonacci levels on the lower time frames, because on the 15-minute chart you can also see that we're still continuing to drop at the moment. But we can expect the market obviously also to consolidate in between the 50 and 61%, between 23,300 and potentially 23,500 before we see the market. In this case, we're looking for the market to actually reverse back to the upside. But at that point, what we also will have is a resistance trend line. So we need to use the resistance trend line if that's the case, because that's the one representing the downtrend. If we break above that resistance trend line, that could be the beginning of the market slowly and steady reverse back up again. So this is very important. It's very important levels, and we are waiting for the market to give us the confirmation. Another thing that also happened was that we had the support trend line on the daily chart, and we saw the market on the lower time frames. We came exactly up and retested this level today. We saw them. We had this huge momentum during London session. We had some news coming out today. If we go to Forex Factory, it is Wednesday today. We did have it at 8:30 USD. We had a lot of news coming out today, so that is one of the reasons why we saw the market having this momentum to the upside, and then we saw the drop, because I did expect the market to drop. I was in a sell position. My stop loss got taken, but I had a very tight stop loss. So, risk management, always key. Push that we did have was the one that took me out, because if you were in my live stream yesterday, you saw that I sold the market. I've expected the market to pull back down to 23,400 for a long time now. So it's good to see that the market actually came back down to the level, even if the stop loss got taken. But hey, we always live and learn, and that's part of the game. Stop loss sometimes get hit. That's just how it is. But we saw the market then break below the support trend line. We saw the retest, and we saw the market giving us small lower lows and lower highs too. I wasn't able to take these trades because I've been very sick. I've been laying in my bed all day. so I did miss this trade, but it was definitely a beautiful trade, and I hope someone took advantage of this and saw the break of the support trend line. You can also see on the 1 hourly chart we had this green retest candlestick, and then we saw the drop. As I said, to see the market potentially consolidate in between the Fibonacci levels, or if we see the break of the level and a retest from below, because at that point we just might use this previous lower high at 23,800 combined with the next lower low, and that will calculate the next potential lower high for us if we see the market if the market now continues back down to the previous higher low level that we were looking at the 2 daily chart at 22,700 and 22,500 right now. This is what I see right now on Bitcoin. Thank you so much guys for looking at this video together with me. I hope you did enjoy it. Please subscribe to the channel, hit the notification so you know when I am live or when I do have my daily updates just like this one. Until then, I wish everyone a great day. I hope everyone took advantage of the support trend line retest, break and retest that we saw. Have a good day. I love you guys. Bye bye.